thousands of future asteroids could hit us like 50 Hiroshima bombs. This is what cosmologist astronomer Brian Cox of the UK warns. Now, we have the James Webb Telescope launched, and it will be going out about 1.5 billion miles outside of our Earth. And it will also be able to take images, if it works properly, hopefully it will, of in infrared. So we'll be able to see items celestial bodies that are not lit up. So these are the 4 largest asteroids, as we know of: Ceres, Vesta, Pallas, and Ea, meaning health in Greek. And they're huge. As you can see, their sizes are huge. But we also have the Trojan asteroids that are huge, planetesimals, and they're from the area of Jupiter. We also have the asteroid belt, we have the Kuiper belt, the Oort cloud, plus we have interstellar objects coming at us, and we also have rogue planets. So take your pick. We also have a brown dwarf star outside of our solar system. Here you have the Jupiter, Trojan asteroids, Centaurs, they're huge. The asteroid belt, as you can see, typical asteroid belt, and the asteroids close to us. So hopefully we'll be able to see celestial bodies that we couldn't see with the James Webb. Now, Professor Brian Cox warned that space is full of tens of thousands of asteroids that could cause a devastating impact if they hit Earth. Of course, we have a lot of scars on Earth, Moon, and Mars of impacts. Now, in a video discussing the science behind the latest Netflix Don't Look Up with Leonardo DiCaprio, I just saw it the other day. It's not that great. There are better movies than that. But anyway, if you want, you can see it. Professor Cox spoke about the probability of an asteroid impact on Earth. He believes that humans take their existence for granted because even though asteroid impacts are often low probability events, scientists can never be certain that an asteroid will not enter the Earth's atmosphere. And we know that one such thing entered over Chelyabinsk in Siberia, Russia in 2013, and nobody saw it coming because it came from the direction of the sun, and telescopes can't dip that far. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. The interstellar comets that came at us, which were discovered by amateur astronomers, came from the direction of the sun. They had their telescopes at that direction, and that's how they found them. Now, Professor Cox said, if you look outside on a clear night at the clear skies, it looks like the universe is peaceful. Nothing changes, nothing happens, but that really is an illusion. The universe is a violent place, he says. He says, in the last few decades, we started to monitor asteroids. There are tens of thousands of big ones across the Earth's orbit. Any of them can hit us. Now, he says, just to give a sense of energy these impacts create, even smallish objects, 10 to 20 meters across, that's 30 to 60 feet across, deposit the energy of 20 to 50 Hiroshima bombs. You can imagine. He says, I think we take our safety and our existence on this planet for granted. Impacts happen. Professor Cox said this kind of event could threaten a city or a country or a continent or even our civilization. We have had extinction level events. Remember the asteroid, comet, whatever it was, the celestial body that hit 66 million years ago, that was the dinosaur extinction and other extinctions, was an extinction level event. Almost all life was wiped out. We also had the Clovis comet about 13,000 years ago that put an end to the Clovis culture in the United States, North America, plus the woolly mammoths and the woolly sloths, and across the north of the United States, North America, Siberia. That comet split into 7 large pieces of over 1.5 miles each, plus clusters that were found all over the world. Now, he says, just to give a sense of the energy these impacts create, even smallish objects can deposit energy, 20 to 50 Hiroshima bombs. He said, the reason we ignore them immediately is because they do not happen very often, but low probability events do happen. Now, he says the thing about probability is that they're not certainties, and until we see one coming, and until we can see one's orbit, we can't say with any certainty that the next one will hit. To be clear, there's currently no known threat of an asteroid colliding with Earth in the next century from what they've seen. They haven't seen everything. NASA is constantly watching the cosmos, categorizing any near-Earth objects, NEOs, and potentially hazardous objects, PHOs, if they could possibly pose a threat to life on Earth in case they impact us or come close to us. And experts at Planetary Defense Conference have been running drills for years should an asteroid head towards our Earth. Their drills have not been successful up to now. Now, it's tabletop drills, but they have not been successful in stopping an asteroid. Now, occasionally, asteroids can also make close approaches to Earth, but this does not mean that they are going to strike. NASA previously said, as they orbit the Sun, NEOs can occasionally approach close to Earth. Note that a close passage astronomically can be very far away in human terms, millions or tens of millions of miles. And most of these objects will fly well clear of Earth, and NASA charts out their orbits for hundreds of years in advance. The Space Agency recently launched, as we know, the DART Planetary Defense Mission. That's the Double Asteroid Redirect Mission, and it will be, I think, September of this year, will be approaching the twin asteroid. The moonlet is what they will try to nudge out of its trajectory by impacting it with the spacecraft. NASA and ESA will be jointly working on that. NASA will impact it, and the ESA will take measurements of what's going on. Now, it will test the idea that a spacecraft could nudge a potentially dangerous asteroid and change its path enough to protect Earth from a celestial body impact. Didymos and Dimorphos. Didymos is the big asteroid. Dimorphos is moonlet that goes around it. Are not a threat to Earth, but they are a perfect target for this experiment. So we'll wait to see what's going to happen with them. Is the spacecraft going to be enough to nudge the little moonlet out of its trajectory? That's what they want to test. Now, this is by Anthony Ashkenazi on Express UK. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. And also, I want to wish everyone a very healthy, happy, and prosperous new year. Thank you.